Hello, hello, hello. I got plastic gloves on. I've got plastic gloves on. Why have I got plastic gloves? Why have I got plastic gloves? Well, you're gonna have to find out. Oh, is there anybody out there? There isn't anybody out there at the moment because probably I imagine that the stream has not been promoted. But Harrison Productions here. Long time no see. Hope I'm keeping well. I'm still here. So yeah, I'm like Quincy at the moment. I'm like Quincy, but why? Why is this? Because if you're following on the Twitter and on the Facebook, but who cares about Facebook? No one cares about Facebook. You know that on my various walkies with the dog, I saw a discarded hi-fi. Nothing of any, probably I would say Show One. I don't know. I didn't look at the brand. It was pretty beaten up. There were no speakers, but next to it were two bags of records, and I thought, bags of records, eh? Bags of records. Now, that's right up my alley. And so I went out with my accomplice, and I retrieved said bag of records, and we have them here. I've sorted through them, so I can't pretend that this is all new. I dumped the ones that were kind of damaged. They're already in the bin, and I've got the rest here at my feet. And I thought we'd pick through them, and yeah, it's a right old mixed bag. Two mixed bags of records here. But we'll just talk to the room, for the room is here. Scott's in. He says evening. I'm well. Yeah. Jarvid's in. Renee's in. Ajax is in. Finally, I find you. His little bell didn't ding. That's no good. Tom Pinks is in. Egasis is in. As my group in. Mysterious. And Tom asked how's things. Just ticking along, really. It's, again, for me, lockdown is very much a way of life. So it doesn't bother me. I'm all right. I haven't gone quite mad yet. But yeah, so we're doing all right. We're just ticking along. I think the kids go back to homeschooling next Monday, though I don't even know what day it is. Is it a Wednesday? Is it a Friday? No, it's Tuesday, because that's when we do the live stream. See, I was pretending I didn't know. You see, but we have surprise. Oh, see, I've just committed a murder. No, I'm going to say it again. 2 bags of records dumped outside a house. I decided to have a look. I know they're going to be shit, but if there's at least 1 or 2 records in there that I like, it's worth it. And luckily, there are at least 3 records. I can't do it. Sorry. My fingers don't always do what I want them to do sometimes. There are 3 records, at least 3, that I like. The rest, it's a mixed bag. 2 mixed bags. And some of them are damaged and some of them are, but yeah. I've tempted you enough. I've teased you. I've tempted you. 1983's in. Brendan's in. Raphael's in. Fraser's in. Review of All Things Must Pass by George Harrison, ? What, from me? No one will watch it. What's the point? I only want Pink Floyd. Why would I review George Harrison? Nobody cares. No one's interested. Not from me, anyway. Not from me. I've got a channel. I put some Who reviews on there. Did anyone watch? No. So there you go. So there's no fucking point in me doing George fucking Harrison, is there? There's no fucking point in me doing anything with YouTube, because it's a waste of fucking time. The algorithm, or whatever it is, I just think people have had enough. They're fed up with it. It's all a load of bollocks, isn't it, really? But that's why we do this. That's why we have fun, and we look at records. And this first one up is Los Reyes del Paraguay, Guantanamera, the Bamba. And it's on the Music for Pleasure. Look at that, Music for Pleasure. I reckon this could be really cool. I reckon this could be funky. It's got El Rancho Grande, La Felicidad. It's all in bloody Spanish, isn't it? La Bamba. Everyone knows that one. Come Dance with the Goat. So yeah, it's from 1972. Music for Pleasure. What more could you want? Look, there are the tracks there. So that could be interesting. I might like that one. And then it gets really weird. It gets kind of a bit obscure in that. This one's Ray Conniff, number 5, Remembers. I don't know who Ray Conniff is. I don't think that's Ray Conniff. But yeah, it's covers. They Can't Take That Away From Me. Love Will Come Back to Me. June and January. I cover the Waterfront. That Old Feeling. Had to Be You. Sacred Music. Again, another bit of an obscure one. That. But look, in those days they had liner notes explaining the reasoning behind it, which is kind of interesting. Now, but there's 2 copies of this one, but we'll see that later. It's of course it's Judy Garland. Are you a friend of Judy Garland? There we go. All your favourite hits there. I'll be playing that. Over the Rain. Everyone loves Over the Rainbow. Oh, Phil Collins should cover that one. He'd be good. He'd do it good, wouldn't he? We've got another one. It's another Ray Conniff one. Oh, it is Ray Conniff. There he is. That is not Ray Conniff. I was right. There we go. He must have been a big thing in the time. This was from, what year is it? CBS. Does it say what year? No. But it's Pickwick. Hallmark Records via Pickwick. Who remembers Pickwick? I remember them. But yeah, it's some really obscure stuff. But I know this lady. I know this one. It's why it's Nana Muscuri in New York. Oh yeah. On the Fontana label. And this stuff has been stored in a shed, and it's a bit whiffy. It's a bit damp and dusty. However, I did sample one of the records. We'll talk about it later, and I can talk about the quality, the sound quality. Again, I imagine a lot of these are probably going to go in the bin tomorrow when I've sobered up and I look in the cold light of day. I go, why did I do that? And I just dump them in the bin. Again, this one, this is Up and Away. We're by Ray Martin and his orchestra in his beautiful balloon, I might add. And as you can see, some Camden label, a little bit of damage there, but you know, easy listening. Some easy listening there for you on the RCA. And this one's definitely a keeper. Why? It's Portrait of Donny Osmond. Look, whoop, they've all fallen over. Puppy Love. Who remembers that one? It's got 3 candid 8x10 photos inside. Candid. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Say no more. Candid photography. Oh, the smell of damp is permeating my hairy nostrils. Oh boy! Stop looking at me like that, Donny. Stop looking at me like that. Don't you think Trevor Rabin looks a bit like Donny Osmond? It's funny, that, isn't it? Beyond the Blue Horizon. Another one by Robert Mandel. Again. On the Warwick label again. Is that Pickwick? I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, it's great stuff. This is easy listening avenue. This is Victoria de Los Angeles. Of course it is. Oh no, it's damaged. Oh well, that'll have to go in the bin. I didn't notice that the first time round. You go in the bin. And again, we've got Judy Garland again, because they were obviously big fans of Judy Garland. You've got 2 copies of the same album. But here we go. This is it. Is this the way to Amarillo? No, it's Tony Christie at his best. I could keep that in an ironic way, because Tony Christie's really good and does Something's Coming as well from West Side Story. Las Vegas, Solitaire. Oh wow, some good ones there. And Avenues and Alleyways, they loved that one, didn't they? Oh dear, this one's seen better days. This is Wally Whitten and 50-time all-time children's favourites. And yes, that's the sort of thing that gives you nightmares, wouldn't it? If it was on the shelf, you'd imagine the dolls coming to life and murdering you. On Hallmark Records as well. Like I say, some quality shit we've got here. Quality shit. There's no Beatles or Rolling Stones. Oh no, nothing good. There's nothing good in here. In fact, there's actually one record where it gets a bit interesting, and it's this one. It's Bay City Rollers, because I fucking love the Bay City Rollers, and I do. I mean that they were really good in the day. But there you go, and it's got Give a Little Love on it. That was one of their hits, wasn't it? Oh yeah. There you go. Seen better days though, that one. And this one's a corker. This is the World of Kings, the choir of the King's College in Cambridge, on Argo Records. That's got to be collectible, isn't it? Everyone's got to love that. I'm reviewing all these in prog review, by the way. So pin your logos back. No, I'm not, because nobody will watch it. Let Us Sing Hymns. I like that just purely for the artwork. I think the artwork's really groovy. I like that. By Mary Baker Eddy. Published by the trustees under the will of Mary Baker Eddy, Boston, Massachusetts. What a strange record. What a strange record. And what's this one? This is The Singer and the Song with Jeff Love Singers. Bridge Over Troubled Waters, anyone? Now these are the records that sampling, bands that used to do samplers like Lemon Jelly used to use, So you never know. Maybe I should get into sampling. I think I can hear a hot beverage coming. Yes. Oh no! Oh no! This could go wrong. Do not spill it on these very expensive records.
I'll try not to.
That's what we do for content these days. This is a compilation. This is tracks from Avon, and it's falling out the bottom there. Whoops! You didn't see that. But you got Impossible Dream, Johnny Mathis, Ray Conniff again, Aretha Franklin, Tony Bennett, The Byrds, Johnny Cash. Oh, it's got Chicory Tip, Son of My Father. I love that track. Wow, it was worth it just for Chicory Tip. Though it's rattling around in here like no one's business. It probably sounds like arseholes. Oh, wait a minute. We have one that's a bit problematic. This one's a bit problematic. I'm just going to show you the cover and you can work out why it's problematic. Are you ready? It's the Minstrel Show, everyone. We never watched that show in my house. My nan always used to turn it over. She thought it was disgusting. So there you go. And The Hills Are Indeed Alive with the sound of music. That's a keeper. That's a keeper, that is. I don't know who Diane Solomon is, but she had a record out on Philips Records. There you go. And she's got Annie's song, Sunshine Superman by, what's his name? Donovan. Listen to the Falling Rain, Time, Forbidden Fruit, It's Impossible, Highway Affair, Love Story, Son of a Preacher Man, Travelling Salesman for a Reason, Light a Candle. So it's a bit of a cover album special, that. Oh, this is a classic. You'll like this one. This is Stars on 45 Volume 3. 19 favourite instrumental intros on a special 12-inch single. It's got Star Wars, Kung Fu Fighting, Layla, All Right Now, Fire, Do You Think I'm Sexy? Good, the bad. This is worth keeping. Look at some of the songs that are featured there. Baker Street, Betty Davis Eyes, and Eve of the War. That is, of course, from Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds. Is that the one that goes da 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 da, but to a disco beat, possibly? Could be good. And we have 2 copies of Dinosaur, because so you can play it in stereo. I'm here all night, folks. I'm here all night. It's like wearing condoms on your hands. Now this one didn't have any sleeves, but I've kept it because I want to check out the. This is Carmen by Bizet. There's a lot of classical in here as well, but I've kept it, and it's his master's voice. And I wanted just to see what the quality was like, because yeah, I like a bit of the old classicals, and we've got a lot of classicals here. We've got that Tchaikovsky bloke. Look, see, Romeo and Juliet on EMI. There you go. Like I say, the classical stuff I'll be definitely keeping, because they're always worth a listen. Richard Strauss's Don Quixote. Not to be confused by the Terry Gilliam film with the same name. I think they based this on Terry Gilliam's film. And Beethoven. Is that what does it say? The Emperor. Couldn't read that for a minute there. So it's Concerto Number 5 in E flat major. There you go, on Decca Records. Phew, like I say, you get a right mix up. And this one's definitely worth keeping. It's only worth £1, but I'm a big fan of Steptoe and Son. There you go. It's worth it for that, and it features The Bird, The Gentle Art of Totting, Choppers for Sale, and The Holiday. And yeah, that's definitely well worth keeping. Because I'm a big fan of Steptoe and Son. Thought it was a documentary about me and my mum. I did. Strauss Brothers. Oh dear. That isn't. It's Edward Strauss plays Johann Strauss. That almost reminds me of Spinal Tap at the end. You know, he's talking about the books. Solomon from Grieg. Again, some of the classical stuff could be worth it. Now I wasn't here, so I don't know if this is genuine, but this is the greatest hits of 1875. I wasn't there, but it features March of the Toreadors, De Fledermaus, Hungarian Dance, Polovetzian Dances from Prince Igor, Tchaikovsky's Piano Concerto, Grieg's Morning from Peer Gynt, and Wagner's Ride of the Valkyries, which everybody loves. And indeed they were, I think you'll find, the greatest hits of 1875. And this is Coward and Novello. I mean, that's obviously Noel Coward and Ivor Novello we're talking about. Again, another one on Music for Pleasure. It's had better days. There's some damp damage to it, but you never know. It might be playable. Might be worth a listen. And Semprini, Mediterranean Concerto, and other favourites. We do love some classical stuff. And then, oh, this is a good one. Hey, keep on wobbling. Look at that. Look at that. Mike Batt's got a lot to answer for. Let's just stare at that for a minute. Features Womble of the Universe, The Orinoco Kid, The Jungle is Jumping, Underground Overture, Hall of the Mountain Womble, Look Out for the Giant, Wombling Twist, Tobermory's Music Machine, Wipe Those Wombles Tears from Your Eyes, Invitation to the Ping Pong Ball, and finally Wombling Merry Christmas. It has them all. Mike Batt should be tried for his crimes against music, shouldn't he? And what's this one? This one is, oh, I can't even see. It's Rachmaninoff, but it's it's Svatolav Richter. Of course it is. Of course. There he is, looking rather pensive there at the bottom. But again, it's yeah, it could be nice. Grand Prix de Disc. Oh, and got another problematic one here. This one's a bit problematic. Channel 4, early 80s. I don't know if you remember. There was a programme called Mini Pops. It was the paedophiles' wet dream, because they got young girls and boys to dress up and put makeup on them like that and mouth mime to the hits of the day. And yeah, look, there they are. Look, there's the Village People. Look. Oh shit, Operation U-Tree. They're coming for me, aren't they? They're coming for me. Officer, I found it in a bag of records. Well, that was the Pete Townsend defence, isn't it? Now this one's a good one. Yeah, when I say it is, you know it's true. It's the Secret Policeman's Other Ball. I think it's the second record from that, because you had the Policeman's Secret Ball and then you had the next one. And it's worth it. And look, Tim Brooke Taylor is there. Whoops. And he passed away recently. It's a great shame. Again, to COVID-19. One of the great goodies. But yeah, I'm going to listen to that. And this one's an interesting one. I'm nearly there. This is Stereo Galaxy, A New World of Quality Sound. And obviously this was probably a very early stereo record. But it's got some good music on it, like Thus Sprak Zarathustra, How Happy Day, My Cherie Amour, Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, Midnight Cowboy, oh, one of my favourites, Bridge Over Troubled Water, Like to Teach the World to Sing, Leaves Are Green, White Shadow Pale, and of course Obla Dee Obla Da. We do have some Beatles. There we go, and we can all agree Obla Dee Obla Da is one of the greatest Beatles songs. It's certainly the best song on was it the White Album? Absolutely, absolutely. And this is Rossini's Overtures. Yeah, there we go. Blimey. Is it ever going to end? No. Wagner's Gotterdammerung. Oh, should be a good one, that. Again, on Music for Pleasure. Some of them, they're not too bad. And then, this is an interesting one. Best of John Williams. That's quality, isn't it? That's quality. That's prog, isn't it? John Williams. Isn't it? It actually got... Someone's put a sticker on it. It says buy a new one. Which makes me worry that this isn't good. It says contains previously released material. At least he's honest. At least he's honest. 1978. Buy a new one. Oh God. This is a Human League album, but it doesn't have the sleeve. But it's got the inner sleeve. There you go. Human League. Oh, why did I keep this one? This one hasn't got a sleeve either. Oh no, this is the Human League. There we go. Who's that then? If that's the Human... Is that the Human League as well? I've got two Human League records. I don't know who that is. Is that Human League? No, this is Wings. Wings and Human League. There you go. I should have known that just from the sleeve, shouldn't I? Elgar, Cello Concerto. There's some good stuff. Hey, we're going to the musicals again. Was it South Pacific? You know, everyone loves. I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair. I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair. Yeah. Some enchanted evening. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, it's a good one, isn't it? It's, of course, the classic. Happy talking, happy talk. Talk about the things you like to do. And of course, West Side Story. There's something about Maria, yeah? And all that stuff. Yeah, something's coming. What it is. It's gonna be good. What's that one? Cambridge Records. It's a kind of classical one. The Piano Quintet. Oh no. It's John Denver, everyone. Uh-oh. Now we're in the middle of the road. And finally, we have some rock. For it is Santana's greatest hits. Oh yeah. There's also one more. And this is the one I tested on the record player. And it sounds perfect. And of course, it had to be not the 9 o'clock news. My mate had this when we were kids and he had it on tape and we used to play it all the time. There we go. So that brought back memories and there we go. That's all those rotten records. I'm going to take my hand condoms off now and drink my coffee. I can't get them off. They're not coming off, they're stuck. They're glued to my hand. Oh God, my hands feel disgusting. Oh, they're all sweaty. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, it's like skinning a sausage. Look, I can't get them off. I can't get them off. No. Shit, they really are stuck. Oh, it's like there was a suction seal around my fingers. Keep those for later. You never know. Got to pick them up again. Oh, this is the tenor I found the other day on the pavement when I was walking the dog. See, people are just throwing things at me. It's great. I'm going to go wash my hands because my hands are sticky. Ugh, and horrible. Ugh. Oh, they're disgusting things. I really want to drink my coffee, so... Hopefully that was a load of fun. Wasn't that fun? Did we all enjoy that? It was fun, wasn't it? Now I've got to talk about all the questions. Let's get rid of that window. I can't concentrate. Where is all the questions? Alright, so here we go. Scott Taylor's enjoying his lockdown. Must be some Mount Nirvana, you'd hope so, wouldn't you? Russell Watkins is in. Bieber's in. I'm doing absolutely tickety-boo. Sano's in. Harrison says, I watched the reviews. Too bloody right. Too bloody right. I've just got to clone Harrison Productions. Oh, that was much needed. Payne says, evening everyone. Scott says that's brand new. I guess you're referring to the records. This is going to be a lot of gibberish without knowing what you're talking about, but there you go. Crinkle says, what's the point of cracking YouTube these days when the algorithm will assure you don't get attention? I got a story for you. The other day, Herb's got a little mobile phone because he wanted to be like his sister, and he hasn't got a SIM card in it, but he messes about. But I always check it, and I checked, and he created a load of blooming Google accounts and another YouTube channel. When I asked him why he did it, he got upset, and he said because he wanted to be YouTube famous. He wanted to be famous, so that's what it does to kids. And I said to him, look son, you can't be famous now on YouTube because they don't like children, and you can't anyway. Even if you've got a talent, you ain't going to get anywhere unless you've got the right haircut, and you're only 10, and so that's that. But he doesn't understand, you know, he doesn't get it. But yeah, so that was fun. That's YouTube for you. Exactly. It is an easy listening treasure trove. It really is. Yeah, remain indoors, everyone. He's referring to Mitchell and Webb. Where do I get these records? I found them on the street in 2 plastic Tesco's bags. When I was out on was it Sunday? I don't know what day it is. We was walking and we saw this hi-fi had been dumped outside a house, because people do that. They just dump shit outside their house and expect the magic pixie to come along. That's me. I am the vinyl pixie, not the hi-fi pixie, unless the hi-fi is actually in good nick. But this one wasn't. It was all scratched up and there was no speakers, and it looked like one of those old Seisho ones from the 80s, so I wasn't that interested. But today when we went past, there were 2 bags of records. I went, there's 2 bags of records, I'm having them. And so when I went out tonight with the dog, I brought them home, 2 bags of records, with my accomplice. And I mean, I knew it was going to be a load of shit, because other people's records are a load of shit. If I put my record collection out, people will look at it and go, what's this fucking shit? You know what I'm saying? Because everyone else's records is shit, you know. But I thought, well, if I get 1 or 2 records that I can actually listen to, and I've got that with Not My Cop News, Secret Policeman's Other Ball, and Steptone's Son, then that's a win. But I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest. I mean, some of the classical stuff I'll give a spin, because I quite like that. But the easy listening stuff, it's not worth anything. So I'll probably just bin it, you know. Just bin it. I don't want to bin it because I find that incredibly wasteful. But you know, if I look on eBay, I know it's not going to be worth anything. So there you go. Could be a Ray Conniff review very soon. I didn't find them in a skip. I found them outside someone's door. Payne's in. He's late. Prog review. Donny Osmond. It could happen. I could pass it off as a Trevor Rabin album. Raphael says these records are vintage and in good condition. Yeah, they've got a little bit of damp damage, but you know, nothing. They're not like the stuff that had ripped covers and missing stuff. I already put in the bin. But the rest are fairly good nick. You know, by the looks of them, I've just got to get them out and have a look. Some of them I looked at, you can tell that they've been stored in a damp place for a long time. That isn't a problem, because if I put them in my record cleaner, we did that with the Phil Collins one. Do you remember the one that Phil Collins copy claimed? You know, do you remember that? Why'd you bother? Why bother doing anything? So yeah, I could clean them up, but I don't know if I want to bother with all this easy listening. I don't need 2 Judy Garland albums with the same name. But some of the musical stuff I will listen to, I will put on, because I'm weird like that. But there you go. A lot of easy listening, absolutely. Brendan says, Donny Osmond collaborated with Peter Gabriel on Soldier of Love. Great track. Green says, do you have any Tom Jones? Not in this collection. I'm just trying to think. I did have some records I did have some Tom Jones, but I might have got rid of it. I know, it's complicated. It's complicated. But I know my grandparents had a big like radiogram, which I used to play stuff on. It was like an old mono radiogram from the like 50s, 60s. Valve one. And I wish we'd have kept it, but I couldn't keep it. And there was a load of like records in there, Bakelite ones, 78s and that and the stuff, and they were scratched to fuck. It wasn't worth keeping. I kept one thing. Is it called Glowworm? And In a Persian Market B-side, which was one of my granddad's favourite songs. I kept one thing because that's my rule. If you keep one thing, and the rest of it I had junked. I know there's some Tom Jones in there, but no, I haven't got. I don't know. Maybe I feel like I have because I've got some of my mum's records. So it's complicated. People die and you end up inheriting their stuff, and then you don't really know what they've got until you go through it. Big Bay says going through old vinyl is fun. My dad has a lot of Herb Alpert. Oh, I love Herb Alpert. He's one of my favourites. The interesting thing about Herb Alpert is those early songs he recorded all on his own, played all the instruments, and again in those days it was quite unusual to be a solo artist, and he got famous. He got a big hit with the Tijuana Brass stuff, and they demanded he tour, and he couldn't because he didn't have a band, because it was just him, and then he had to kind of create the Tijuana Brass band to take the stuff around. But all those early things, it was him on his own in the studio. I love that. The guy's a genius. Herb Alpert's an absolute genius. Yeah, Judy Garland, absolutely. Jarvis, I found out you're doing the pros and cons of hitchhiking in a block of flats, both pink covers but scratched up vinyl. Yeah, that's the problem. Basically, rollers were fucking huge. People forget just how big they were. Absolutely huge. But another band fingered by the fickle finger of paedophilia. Ugh, not good. Oh, as Brendan just jumps in there, the manager was, and so was is it Woody? Is Woody the drummer? He was. I know he was done, wasn't he? But yeah, so was the manager as well. Is only Supertramp. Supertramp. Gilbert O'Sullivan, no. Christian Science, yeah, I've heard of them. I didn't know who Mary Baker Eddy was, but what a weird record. Maybe that's the one. Maybe that's the one that paid off the mortgage. You never know. But I only picked that stuff up so we could do this, you see. Because it's something to talk about, isn't it? It's something to do. Got to keep you entertained, don't I? God, crikey, is that a time already? I must have come on late. Late 60s, Watkins says, late 60s, easy listening music was well arranged with no expense spared at the time. Yeah, they're very good productions, aren't they? Harrison says, apparently he and the kind of pedos Jonathan King were best at pals. Yeah, again, got the Jonathan King connection, and also the other one, the DJ as well. Oh, Deering? I might have got that wrong, because I'm thinking off the top of my head. Let me look. Let me just type that into the... Oh. No, that's the wrong one. It's the wrong one. God, I'm glad I didn't say his name. God, phew. Could have got into a lot of trouble then. 83 says, don't bin them. Johnny Trunk specialises in this stuff. You should rip them to digital and share them. Why would I do that? Nobody ever does anything nice for me. Fuck them. Jesus Christ. When's anyone ever do anything nice for me? All I get is people creating fake Facebook accounts using my photographs and then trying to get my channel shut down. That's all I get. No one does anything nice for me. Oh, by the way, folks, I've got... This was odd. YouTube's giving me like the membership thing. You can join now. £1. Have £1 and I'll give you, I don't know, videos early or whatnot. We could even do special member chats and stuff like that if people are interested. So yeah, that was odd. I thought you had to have like 10 gazillion fucking subs to do that, but just came active the other day on my YouTube channel, which was really weird. But I know you're a load of tightwads, so pissing in the wind, and I pissing in the wind. What's the point? What's the fucking point? There ain't any. Oh boy, yeah, so fuck Johnny Trunk. I don't even know who that is. Fasano says, Bay City Rollers. Oh yeah, I loved disco before I got into that prog stuff. Of course you did. They weren't disco, they were pop. Bay City Rollers are pop. Yeah, Black and White Minstrels. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sound of Music is a keeper. Absolutely. Everybody was kung fu fighting. They did that in the school musical thing the other year. It was brilliant. A summer concert on the lawn. All the kids did it. It's one the last one Verity did at our old school. Herb was there as well. He did well. And they did kung fu fighting. I thought it was brilliant. I sung along, top of my lungs. Embarrassing Dad. You got it. Embarrassing Dad. Andrew has the soundtrack to Pulp Fiction. We all owned that once, didn't we? Steptoe Son, absolutely. This pile of record never ends. There was 2 big bags, Tesco bags. Whew. It was a bit of a favourite Steptoe Son moment. Oh, too many. I like the movies. I'm a big sucker for the movies. Because I'm young and foolish, and I like the dog with spectacles. I like the ground with spectacles. That always tickles me. Yeah, greatest hits of 1770 to 1780. There could be. Vanessa. Harrison says Wombles. Absolutely. Panjik's in. He says good evening. Harrison says used to love watching repeats as a kid. Absolutely. Don't make me do the Wombles. Yeah. Underground, overground, wombling free. The Wombles of Wimbledon, common are we. Making good use of the things that we find. Something everyday folk leave behind. I can't remember all the words. It was the 70s. You had to be there. It was the 70s. No, I was only like, 5, so it couldn't have been that. Definitely as a keeper. You've got to keep the Wombles. I know, Sanford and Son. Yeah, I do. I am fully aware of the various offshoots of various programs. Yeah, Sanford and Son. And they instead of them being like, they made them black, didn't they? Because they were like the poor people. Because Steptoe and Son are like the poor white trash, I suppose you'd call it, if you're American. But yeah, I have seen some episodes of Sanford and Son. Russell Watkins says the mini pops was awful to masturbate to. Too many quick cuts. See what I did there? I made him look like he was a paedophile. Look, I was a kid. I only saw a couple of episodes of it. I was bewildered by it. I was like, what is this? You know, I didn't understand why you'd want to do that, and I still don't. But then you, in the cold light of day, when you're an adult, you go, how the fuck did this ever get past? Seriously. But there you go. I know, Chris Spedding. He also works with Roxy Music and Brian Ferry. Does some great guitar with Eno as well. Does old Chris Spedding. Very important man. Harrison Production says, how on earth did Channel 4 get away with it? Exactly. How? I don't know. I was there when it was broadcast. And like I said, I could have only been like 10 or 11 myself. And I was like, what? I was more coming from the thing of why would you want to watch this? Because again, it was on an odd time slot. It wasn't on when the kids programs were on, because I think Channel 4 came on didn't it come on at something like 4:30 or something, and it started with Countdown. And Channel 4 didn't have a kids program slot, so this was on about like 6:30 of an evening. Very peculiar program. But again, if the BBC had done it, it'd be hauled off air as well. But I don't know, maybe they were just being subversive. Maybe there was a paedophile in the commissioning, you know. Who knows? This is a good idea. Put plenty of rouge on that one. No Rolf Harris or Gary Glitter, no. Policeman Ball, yeah, that's a good one. Russell says, my mum and dad have the Stereo Galaxy album. You'll enjoy that one. So did Mark Hobson's dad as well. I was expecting Gary Glitter. Everyone wants Gary Glitter, don't they? Yeah. Love Human League. Yeah, absolutely. You're wearing gloves. Indeed, I am. Oh yeah, Deer Hunter. Everyone loves that one. Lenin's in. He says, "Hey, I don't want to know about that band. I have no interest. Please do not mention them. If you mention them, you will get blocked. Okay? That is a new unwritten rule. I have zero interest in them. I am an ex-fan. Okay? For Simon says these current times calls for some bonzos. Well, they won their court case, and that's good. And Bob Carruthers has been sent off with his tail between his legs. Talking of that band actually libelled Bob Carruthers back in the day, and so did the Ginger Pig libelled him as well. And I thought it was going to be real old brouhaha. And yeah, checks must have been signed, because Carruthers is even more litigious than the Toadstool Man, you know. So yeah, but hey, what he did to the Bonzos was very, very naughty. He basically trademarked their name without their permission. Anyone can do it. You just rock up to Trademark House with your 200 quid and your paperwork site, filled in, and you can own the trademark of a popular band if they haven't already trademarked it. And there, they went to court and he sued everyone, even sued the witnesses, the defence witnesses, which is bizarre, but the judge just threw it out. But on the upside, they did say that there is going to be a Bonzo box set. Oh yeah, Bonzo box set coming out. Should be good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Sam Raimi's going to direct Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Excellent. Excellent. Because I did like Doctor Strange as a kid. Back in the 70s. Oh yeah, I didn't mind the first Doctor Strange film. Maybe we'll get maybe Sam Raimi will direct a Spider-Man film. That'd be really weird, wouldn't it? Ajax says one of my favourite guitarists is John Williams. Do you like any Sky? I reviewed them, mate. Go back, search, reviewed them. You see, this is it. There are thousands, probably billions of my reviews. Just on this channel alone. Just there. To be watched. To be digested. To make you aroused. So yeah, do look at that one. Oh, and Harrison. I also did some of their other ones as well. Oh god, all the questions have gone up the bloody screen. Where are we? Lenin says, you love Santana? Yay. Not particularly, because everyone knows that the best version of Black Magic Woman is Fleetwood Mac. It looks like someone's collection, but those grandparents wouldn't have been grandparents at the time. They would have been young people. Just think, this is 50 years ago. 50 years ago. Blimey. Makes you think, doesn't it? Lenin says, I care about loss of my friend. He's been appearing on the local news to the point of appearing on BuzzFeed. Well, I don't know if that's a good thing. I'm glad you're feeling a bit better. Vanessa says, what about MacArthur Park? Richard Harris version. Yeah, I know that one. You got that? No, I don't own it, but I am aware of it. But never as good as Shatner's solo work. Len Lewis says, because he was a man with Down syndrome who died on his 30th birthday, who lost his mum 9 days earlier. Oh man, that's terrible, isn't it? Scott Taylor says, look, well, if you catch COVID from those LPs, why'd you think, eh? But they've been outside, so I don't think anyone's touched those records in years. They've been put in bags in the shed, and then someone's clearing the shed, because guess what? Everyone's at home. They thought, I'll clear the shed out. Oh, what's all these fucking records? I'll dump them outside for some idiot to nick. And the idiot comes along. I'm the idiot. Look at me. All records. But there are 3 records I want in that pile, so that for me is a result. So I'm happy. Plus you've got the classical stuff, which is I'll find it interesting, and the musical stuff, which I like. So there's more than 3 things in there. It's just 3 things that appeal to me. Joel says, when I'm gone, from this world, I suspect my kids are going to put all my records in the trash and made somebody's night. No, because someone will come past who likes easy listening and find your I don't know what band you like. Bucks Fizz. I think he's a Bucks Fizz fan. They'll find all your Bucks Fizz albums and go, man, I really wanted that Dinah Shore album that guy on YouTube was taking the mickey out of. Payne says, the days of small guys having success on YouTube is over. If you don't live in LA and make movies, forget about it. Yeah. I do what I do. No, what I can't stand, I did it the other day. Somebody left a comment and said, this album that you've reviewed is the only review on YouTube. Yeah. And it's only had 35 views. And I go, yeah, that's because unless you're looking for it, really looking for it, you're going to find it. You're not going to find it any other way. And that's the tricky part. I've got to have a lot of people looking for specific records, and then that record appearing high enough in the search records, and it's all against you. Again, I know statistically, and I've said it before, in 2006 when this all started, and I used to get more views when there were less subscribers, and now there are more subscribers, I get less views. Statistically, that's just not right. But anyway, I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter and twisted. I'm just twisted, but not bitter. Ian says howdy. Andrew says, I love that old vinyl collection. Was there any Henry Mancini in there? No Mancini, no Mantovani either. But Vanessa says, so PM Boris will be okay. Yeah. Well, a lot of people on the left wanted him to die and hold a party because hey, that's nice, isn't it? That's very human of you. Look, I'm left. You see, when I was young, I hated Thatcher with a passion. And I said, when she dies, I'm going to open a bottle of champagne and have a party. When she died, I thought, what kind of cunt would I be if I opened a bottle of champagne and had a party? I made some jokes on Twitter about zombie Thatcher rising from the grave and whatnot, because it was funny. I thought it was funny. It amused me. But I didn't take any joy in her death. If you take joy in people's deaths, then I don't know, you're just wrong. It's the sort of thing you do when you're 15. It's the sort of thing you do when you're a young trot, but then you grow up and you meet people, different people, and you meet different ideas. And again, I'm not a Tory, but I'm going through a bit of a Roy Harper experience. Go and read Roy Harper's blog. I'm going to post it if I can find the link, because it kind of explains how I feel. Very, very good. Where is it? Press. I can't find it. Where's his blog? Where's his blog gone? Is it on here? How can I find his blog? Press live news. Is it news? Nope. Related links. Where's Roy Harper's blog? Home. Oh, wait a minute. Head there? No. Next. This is the one. How do I get the... Is this... read this one. Read that. Just read that when you've got the time. It's a long one, but... yeah, explains a lot, but yeah, oh well. People are horrible. Main run through Discogs. Life's too fucking short. I can tell you, they ain't worth a bean. Ain't worth a bean, mate. Not a bean. Average price on the labels, about £1, I think. That one's £3.99. But yeah, in the old days. But then £3.99 in today's money is about £400, I think. You could buy a house for like 50p back then. Payne says, that Phil Collins vinyl video was a classic. I want to see it again. I don't think I've got it. I think it got deleted. I think it all got lost. Let me have a look. Let me have a look in the archive. Let me look in the archive. Video. I'll never find it. YouTube videos? Oh, I'm never going to find it. That ain't going to happen. No, I don't. I think it's lost. Lost in the mists of time. Isn't that a shame? Isn't that a shame? It's all gone. It's all gone. Wow. Ah well, who cares? Not I. Duka says, I take it coffee doesn't keep you awake at night. I've never understood that people go, oh, coffee makes me more relaxed. I'm so strung out on coffee. I've never understood it. It doesn't. Caffeine doesn't work on me like that. Same with tea. It's just. Oh, it's all cold now. You reminded me. It doesn't work on me like that. No, the first Herb Alpert songs, the few hits, he did all himself, and he had to kind of create a band. He was very clever. Did all the recording and production himself. And I mean, again, you've got to remember when he was doing this. It's not like now where everyone's a budding George Martin. Can't think of any decent producers. But favourite Bay City Rollers song? Probably Shang-a-Lang. Yeah, Shang-a-Lang. Or Bye Bye Baby, yeah, that's a good one. Corona says, just buy vinyl off second-hand shops. Most of them have no idea what they have on hand. Not strictly true. Charity shops charge a fortune for vinyl, says Scott. Our charity shops don't even have any. It's all books and clothes. Garage sales. We don't have garage sales in the UK. Scott Taylor says, I hate the stupid trousers. Yo, trousers were the best thing. Fret Buzz says, John Peel, underage girlfriend in USA, ended marrying her to make it legal. Yeah, well, he is a dirty old man. He used to brag about getting blowjobs from US schoolgirls outside because he was a DJ in the US. That's where he got his break. And they used to suck him off outside the studio. But that was back in the 70s when you could brag about those kind of things. You know, but everyone loves him. He's a hero. Not to me. I've never liked him. He always made me feel a little bit uneasy. A bit like Ed Stewart. I remember Ed Stewart. You know, he had his missus was like 13, I think, when they started, and he used to turn up to their parents' house, and they used to let her go with him, and he was in his 30s, like 35 or something, and he used to take her to, was it Spain, because the age of consent was a lot lower, to break her in. Shouldn't be allowed, but they did stay together, so I suppose that's one consolation, I suppose. Josh LeConte says, are you into the book or movie Dune? New photos of the new remake release day. Looks pretty cool. Everyone was reading Frank Herbert. I was reading James Herbert. That's all you need to know. Yeah. I like the David Lynch film because Brian Eno did some music for it. He did. Andrew says, if you rip to digital, won't you get all the pops and cracks? Well, you can put it through a filter to remove the surface noise. You get those kind of plugins that removes noise. You can do that. Fretbus says John Peel made a hero by the BBC and the middle class white media folk. You know, give him a wing. Let's call it the John Peel wing. Let's call it the John Peel lecture. Yeah. Lenin says, I saw how Karen cut up her drums. She was very good. She's a very good drummer. Do I remember the disco era? It wasn't that long. It lasted a very little time. It was like in between punk and new romantic. It was very short blip. But I think in America it was probably a lot bigger, than it was over here. In the UK, our musical movements lasted probably like 9 months, and then something else came along. Very fast moving, lots of different music happening. Again, our charts weren't dominated by a particular genre of music until maybe the late 80s, when there was a lot of dance music and acid, when that happened. But before that, the pop charts were a right mix, and that's why I love pop music, because you'd hear all sorts of stuff, from reggae to heavy metal to rock to whatever, instrumental, Muller Kintyre, who knows what would be there. That was what was great about the pop charts, and that's why I'm a fan of pop music. Not so much now though, because it's all pretty generic. "983 says provide evidence Peel was a nonce or shut it." He admitted it himself, you fucking idiot. He admitted it himself. Oh, do we have to do your job for it? Go and look up John Peel, blowjobs, schoolgirls. That's all you need to do. He admitted it. Jesus Christ. 1983 is going to get blocked in a minute. You're going to get blocked, mate. Everyone's talking about their favourite Steptoe and Son bit now. Crinkle Cut says, when the virus lockdown ends, are you going to celebrate by going on vacation somewhere? No. That would involve money, and money we have none. 93 says, oh, he's going about John Peel. Yeah. No evidence of impropriety. Oh my goodness. Should we block him now? Because he obviously loves John Peel. Should we just block him? Or shall I put him into a timeout? Oh, I can't. I don't know. What do you reckon? Timeout? Yeah, I feel generous. You're on a timeout, 1983. Go and do your research. John Peel is a notorious paedophile. Just go and look it up. Okay? Do your own research. Oh yeah, when they divided the house, that was good, wasn't it? Oh God, all the questions have gone up the screen. Original being asked favourite Fleetwood Mac album. Fleetwood Mac's greatest hits. That was easy. Yeah, the Bonzo box set does sound great, and there's going to be a book and stuff apparently that goes in it. Vanessa says CNN is on the background, and I just heard that social distancing is going to be placed until 21, 22. Yeah, good, isn't it? Well, there won't be. There'll be. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. really, everything's going to have to start going back to normal for the UK in May, because the economy can't. If you from an economic standpoint, everyone's going to have to start going back in May, dribbling back. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty serious times for everyone. But a lot of people are dying. A lot of old people, a lot of vulnerable people are dying. We'll never know the true figures, because people that die at home or dying outside the hospital, and maybe in old folks' homes, aren't being counted as quickly as the hospital, the NHS deaths. So we've not got a true representation. But give it some months and we will have an idea. But it's very problematic. It is very problematic. And we've only got the Chinese government to thank for all this, because they weren't honest with us from the first place. Now their propaganda machine is actually saying that coronavirus came in from Europe. They're pointing at Italy and all their cases were travellers coming in. But there's two schools of thought: that somebody ate a bat, because when they've sequenced the virus, there is some sort of bat evidence in the DNA. I don't know. I'm not a virologist. Or that it was the Wuhan Institute of Virology that leaked the virus accidentally, because they've been doing experiments on bat viruses for years, for some reason, because they reckon swine flu was linked to a bat fell into the pig pen and a pig ate it, and and so they've been doing research into that. But this stuff is virulent, and if you're not careful, it gets out. And again, China doesn't want a big diplomatic incident, but at the moment it's got all the cards, because it's the country that makes all the PPE stuff. So, and then that's why we've got a shortage. That's why all the countries in the world's got a shortage, because for the last 3 months China's manufacturing industry has been out of action, and now it's back to life again, just ready to make some lovely lucre on the back of our misfortune. Thanks, China. Thank you. But there you go. It's not C-Pain who's getting banned. It was 1983 who got banned. Did I watch Most Wanted? Ray Coates, yeah, I remember him. Ray Coates had a book, very interesting fellow. He's still out there. Crinkle says, how's unemployment benefit? I wouldn't know. I haven't claimed unemployment benefit since 1994, so I wouldn't know. You're asking the wrong person. Mountain says, will I do a bad cover version of Bonzo songs? Crikey, I've got an old 4-track one I did of We Are Normal somewhere. I daren't play it because it's awful, because it was done on a 4-track, and I was trying to do backwards guitar and shit, and I think I actually got the missus to play bass guitar on it. That was weird, wasn't it? Joe says, who's Bucks Fizz? Who's Bucks Fizz? Land of Make Believe? Lyrics by a certain Mr. Peter Sinfield? Jesus Christ, get with the programme. Andrew says, I got an old Kiss vinyl collection. I think they're just alright, slightly overrated. What do I think about Kiss? God gave rock and roll to you, did the rock and roll, and you loved the rock and roll. He put it in everyone. Kiss are nothing in the UK. No one knows of them. They're not known at all. Bucks Fizz are bigger. So, I don't care. Well, if you're in the UK, Kiss doesn't really mean anything to anyone. Favourite Roy Harper song? Just Another Day. That was easy. Or Tom Tiddler's Ground. Oh, God. Original Being says, I wrote a Doctor Who story called The Secret Baroness, in which Thatcher was mainly unconscious. I wrote one where the TARDIS materialises inside the belly of a whale, and they find a broken whaling ship, and it's like Moby Dick, but the whale had eaten it was a space whale, and there's like it's Ahab and all that stuff, but it was inside a whale. But I think it's already been done. I think I wrote it years ago, many years ago, when I was young, foolish, but I thought it was good. It was a script. It was an actual script. So whenever they have like a script competition, I always submit it knowing I've got no hope of ever winning it. But I did write it in the 80s, I think it was, when I was a kid. I thought it was original. Yeah. This guy's in love with you. Listen to Faith No More one. They do that. June. That's a copyright claim, that is, because it sounded exactly like Herb Alpert's trumpet, didn't it? Copyright claim. There you go. Fret Buzz says, thank you for reminding me of John Peel. You're a hero in my eyes. Well, it's the truth, you know, and I don't like the hypocrisy of it. You know, some people are cool and get away with child molestation, and I'm thinking of a number of rock stars. I'm looking at you, Led Zeppelin. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, Bowie. He's dead, so I can say it. But there were a lot of rock stars who slept with underage fans, and they got away with it because they were cool. But the uncool people, like Gary Glitter and that, they got their collars felt. And you can't have a rule for one and a rule for the other. There's got to be a pedo amnesty, I think. A rock pedo amnesty. So all the rock stars who ended up being notches on a 15-year-old's bedpost, get off with it. They can get off with it. It was the 70s. It was the 70s. Things were different then. I'm not saying it was right. I'm just saying it was different. Oh, Payne's dinner is ready. Harrison Product says, am I still a moderator? No, because this is a different channel. There aren't any moderators. Don't worry, you haven't been unmoderated. It's just this is a new channel, so I just haven't set it up. You'll have to reapply. There will be a written exam, and you'll need to supply a blood sample and a stool sample for my records. Fleetwood Mac. We did Fleetwood Mac. Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac. That's what I was talking about. Fleetwood Mac's greatest hits. Yeah, that one with all the stuff from Peter Green. I'm not talking about them. We don't talk about them. I need to put a word filter in to filter that kind of shit out. Vanessa says, in America this week. Oh, wait a minute, I've got Tiggle. I think I've caught coronavirus from those records. Tiggly cough. Vanessa says, in America, we're supposed to be getting stimulus checks. I haven't got mine yet. Did you hear about that guy? He went to his bank account. He had $8 million deposited into it. How cool is that? Just spend it. Just spend it all. Do you remember the Wombles? Wasn't that a Pulse song? Munton said, would Russ Abbott's Madhouse be good for prog review? Nope. Which dressing is most prog? Well, it ain't a salad dressing. It'd have to be Thousand Island dressing. The cat likes the whistling. Munton says, what's your favourite of the Musicless music video series? Dancing in the Street, Bowie and Jagger. Payne's back. Right, well I got to the end of the questions, so, and it is, how long have we done? Well, only an hour and 10 minutes, it felt like longer. It was all those records. I need more questions. Exactly, 1,009, and now he's talking. Cream Cut says, wasn't that in India? No, I'm sure it was in America. Heinz 57. Heinz 57 isn't a sauce. It's not a sauce. Heinz 57 was from the amount that was the varieties of soup, wasn't it? Soup. Don't talk to me about soup. All breaking news. Donald Trump has frozen all funding to the World Health Organization as he accused of accelerating the coronavirus pandemic by opposing his partial ban on travel into the US from China and putting political correctness above life-saving. I hate to say it, but he's kind of got a point. Because the WHO, not the WHO, not the WHO, but the other lot, the World Health Organization, did jack shit. They sat on their fucking hands over all this. You know. See, 4,000 feared dead in care homes. They reckon that, oh man, they reckon it's already cost 4,000 lives. There are couples just dying in care homes. But the problem with care homes is they're all privately run. People seem to think that care homes are somehow linked to the NHS, and they ain't. You know, so it's like, and they're not monitored. There's, you know, it's like a free for all. So the people that run the care homes, it's all about the moolah. It's all about the profit. So, you know. But yeah, it's a problem. No love for ranch. Ranch dressing isn't really a thing in the UK, so no. Did I watch the Red Dwarf special? Yes, I did. It was okay. Lenin Lunan's gone. Okay, sorry to hear that. Scott Taylor says, have you reviewed Change We Must? No. And he's off to eat. Okay, see you next week, Lenin. Have a good week, alright? Stay safe. Well, I'm not in the US with your fancy steak sauces, am I? I'm in the UK. I thought it was to do with the soup in the UK. I'm sure it's on the soup cans. Cat Stevens. Yusuf Islam, I think that's his right name. Yeah, he's alright. Matthew and Son, morning has broken like the first morning. He's bigger than the Beatles, isn't he? Back in the day. Bigger than the Beatles. Duca says, can you differentiate that band from the music and your opinions on them or him personally? Know what I mean? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, what, you think that what's happened has clouded my judgment? No, because if you know before all this, I was saying that what they're doing at the moment is incredibly dull and boring. They're just a novelty band doing nostalgia. They're doing a nostalgia act. Bill Bruford will hear me out. he basically said the same thing. Same thing is going on with Yes at the moment. You know, I see the problem is I'm done. I'm all out. I'm done. There's nothing interesting there for me. And I've always said that as a guitarist, he's very limited. Give him a 12 string. Give him a 12 string. See what he does. You know what I'm saying? Give him a 12 string. Take all his gizmos away. Give him a 12 string, and see what he does. Very limited guitarist. What makes him interesting is the people that surround him. And now, they're not that interesting. Not interesting band, sorry. So yeah, a bit like Bowie in that respect, and Eno as well. You know, he's one of those people that gets lots of talent around them, and that's what propels them forward. You know, so yeah, very very interesting. But no, I mean, you know, you move on. You have your favourites, and you move on. I have no interest in what that band is doing at the moment anyway, and you'll know that because I've said it how many times, even before all this shit. I was saying it. My review when I saw them live before all this shit was the same. It's just boring. You know? I find it utterly boring. But if you want to go and see the old hits, you know, wheeled out and dusted down, if you want to hear that song again and again, enjoy yourself, knock yourself out. It's not for me. I don't do nostalgia. We do the future. We see what's coming. Nostalgia is great for the record deck. Get the record deck out and, you know, play the old songs and that. But I don't want to go to a gig. I don't want to be. That's why I can't stand what Hackett's doing all the time. It's all nostalgia all the time. You know, I can't do it. You know, it's for old people. You know, but you know that's that. Yeah. You know, I don't actually feel anything. I don't feel anything. The thing is it's what the missus said about why would you promote someone who is trying to destroy you? And that's when it all kind of went, yeah, why would I do that? That's ridiculous. I'm the biggest arsehole of all. And if they'd have said that to me, yeah, I'd have woken up. But she said that, and it resonated, and it made me go, whoa, that's a good point, you know, because I don't need to do it. I don't need them. I don't need them to do reviews, and they don't need me because they want all their arse lickers, and that's fine. You have all your arse lickers. You go and read. Oh, what's his name? Oh God, I can't even. He's so inconsequential. I can't even remember his name. But he blocked me on Twitter. Another one. I can't remember. But one of their arse lickers, and the other one who arse licks on that all about Jizz fucking website. Another 5-star review. It's like, fucking hell, seriously? Yeah, it's a 5-star review, so you can get more review product in, isn't it? But no, I don't care. It's not of interest. There's more bands and more interesting things I'm interested in, and not them. Like the Chats. Go and listen to the Chats album. But no, it doesn't mean anything anymore, and that's it. And that's not because of what's happened. That's because of where they are at this moment in time. And again, it's like your favourite team getting a new manager or a new star player, and you just don't feel it. It's like that, you know. That's what it is, you know. But you know, it's all pretty meaningless, man. It's all pretty meaningless. Munton hasn't left the house since March the 30th. Oh yeah, Cunt and the Gang. Favourite song? Oh God, there's too many. Too many. I can't. Man, it's got to be the Jimmy Savile one, or the Michael Jackson one. But, whoa, don't tell your mother. It's got to be Jimmy Savile, the Jimmy Savile song that he did, which is the best. Yep, absolutely pain. Harrison Brooks says mine. Pissed at me or Fred and Rose. I like the Jimmy Savile one. Oh, Sid Barrett's solo albums. Oh, fuck me. Who'd want to say that? What's my favourite Steve Hillage album? Oh God, that one. I always get the title wrong. Get what's it called? M2 or whatever it's called. This one. And it's only because of the one song. Well, I've still got the price sticker on it. What's it called? 4-2 Next and Not Or. And I only like it because of and Not Or. Is that the track? And Not Or? Yeah. That's all. And that's the only reason. 'Tis the only reason. Because I really like that song. Yeah, we're all doomed. We're all doomed. Payne says, unfortunately, COVID-19 is going to really hurt independent record stores. Who cares? Who cares? Amazon is the way. It is the only way. Amazon. Hey, look, I'm supporting my local record store with their. Let's put that in the rack. It's the last one. It's the last one, and that's it. We're done. I haven't listened to it all yet. I really ought to listen to it. Really ought to put my records away and take care of them. Saying this, have a good week. Stay safe. I always do. Payne says, the problem is, last time I saw a band, I had a good time, but I felt disconnected. I couldn't be watching the screen. They don't say anything, and you make you feel there. Exactly. It's a dead experience. It's not exactly rock and roll. And it was boring. I came out there nonplussed. Whereas when in 2003, in Paris, I came out and it was one of the best gigs of my life. And I was like, yeah! You know, and it was like, I came out of that one and went, oh, that was something. But there you go. Duke Bud said, not trying to get you riled up. You're not. I was just curious because your immediate reaction is to delete people who mention them. It's a joke. I'll put you in timeout. Look, I just don't want to talk about it because everyone wants to talk about it. They bring it up and then I have to go back and edit all that shit out because I don't want to talk about it. Because why would I promote someone who wants to destroy me? Little old me who's got no power. I'm no one. But for some reason they're after me. Maybe I speak the truth. Maybe my missiles hit. Maybe I hit a little bit close to home. Maybe. Because if I was no one, they'd leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? They'd leave me alone. But they don't. And like I said, I've got the email. They want to destroy me. He's after me. He's after me. I don't know if Takada's show is postponed. I've not looked. Again, with all this happening, it's just like one would assume that everything is over, you know. Amps Pacer, yeah, I should, yeah, but I'd have to review it on the channel where no one watches it. Because I can't do it on prog review because people go, oh, this ain't prog. It's a good album though. It's funny because crikey, I came to it late. I didn't even realise it existed, and there was, I don't know, I got it on I think I got it on red vinyl or something. There was a reissue in coloured vinyl, and I thought, oh, I'll have that. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good, really good fun. Oh, she snores like a good one. It's a she. Hannah the dog. She snores. Favourite Britney Spears album? I don't have a favourite Britney Spears album. Okay, I'm just reading all the questions because people are making me suggestions. What's it? Fretbuzz says it's refreshing to your honest opinion. Look, it's just the way it is. We all grow out of things, and that's that. I mean, I was already heading towards the door anyway, and they just pushed me out with their foot, didn't they? I don't care. The thing is I don't care if they come after me. I mean, they used the Ian Wallace thing as the big issue, but the funny thing is that me and his widow made up behind the scenes in private. And last time I spoke to her in 2011 on the internet, via the internet, we were on good terms, and that's all I'm concerned with. I couldn't give a fuck with what they think or what they do. They can all go fuck themselves. I don't think of them as very nice people. They're not. They're not nice people. They do a lot of virtue signalling, you know, and they pretend that they're decent people, but I don't think they are, because they come after me with no power. They wouldn't come after me if I had money, because I'd do a Bob Carruthers on them and I'd see them in court. But they know I can't do anything. They misuse the YouTube system to take me down, and I bet they got a little chubby hard on about it. It's like, okay. And the really weird thing is I've only ever been positive about the stuff they were putting out. I never tore them a new one. I probably helped them sell a few records and a few box sets. I don't want a pat on the back. I just want to be left alone, you know. But they can't do that because, hey, this guy isn't under our control, like All About Jizz and the other one. Anal man. It's called Anal. That ain't his name, but I call him Anal. Anal Prasad, is that right? That sounds about right. He's a fucking arsehole as well. I don't know how he does the interviews with their cocks in his mouth. Again, you read these interviews and there's absolutely no depth to them. It's just all blowing smoke up arseholes. They never ask any important questions. It's all, I really did like your last album. Oh, can I tickle your balls? But there you go. But, you know, hey, that's why they're more successful than I am. But I don't care. I remember somebody who met me, one of the Canadians, said, why haven't you ever written about music? It's like, because I don't want to do that. Why would I want to write about music? Same when the Ginger Pig asked me, why don't you write a biography? And I said, why would I want to do that? I don't do that. You know, it's not something that interests me. I like making music. Ow, I've done it again. Did that last week. It fell off and hit me in the cobblers again. Oh, I really want to stick this back in the guitar. I don't want to write a book about musicians. I write fiction. That's my thing. I like doing reviews about movies. You know, when I write, that's my thing. But music, I don't want to write about music. I never have done. I like to make music. That's why all the music exists, because that's what I like doing. That's my creative thing. But I don't want to write about music. I don't want to be one of these fucking lickspittles who just fucking 5 stars it all the time. This came out of just something to do, you know. This is something to do, you know. And that's why I don't do it, because it's boring. It bores me. There's very little point in doing it now. And that would have been the same even if I'd had 20,000 subs, because you're not gonna believe this, but even with the few subs I have now, I'm getting the same fucking rate of traffic. No shit. If I take off the music side of stuff and that's on the other channel, what's here is exactly what I was doing back in October. Wow. Ain't that amazing? So subs mean shit. And I've been saying that for years, you know. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, I really needed the money. Why did I delete the other channel? I really needed the money. That's acting. It's all an act. All an act. Where are we? Jason Coles says, does it annoy you that some people of a certain age only listen to Fish Era Marillion? I couldn't give a fuck what I do. They could slam their knob in the door for all I care. Why would it bother me? As long as they're not forcing me to listen to it, I don't care. That's what turns them on. Who gives a fuck? I don't know. When they say, "Oh yes, but later period Marillion is no good," because they didn't listen to it. they say, "Well, that's Marillion being pop," and you go, "You do realise that Marillion had fucking singles in the charts back in the day. They were a pop band. That's why EMI fucking signed them." Oh boy. San Diego Comic Con. Oh dear. It's not cancelled. Bloody hell. I'm shocked. Munton says, would Michael Giles' Progress be safe? I'm not reviewing it. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. We're not going there. It's not happening. Do not care. Done. It's over. Payne says, ethical business, my arse. Absolutely. No, these are my shorts. Look, these are my shorts. Look, it's because it was nice the other day and I had my shorts on. God, some people. I've got trousers on. Jesus, what's wrong with you? Yeah, I dropped it. Yeah, I dropped it again. No, not last week. It's because I didn't have this. I went a bit. Norman Collier. Or a bit. Who was Norman Collier? Norman Collier? Just me then. What's the mixer? Well, it's not a mixer, it's a universal control surface. A surface even. By Behringer. It's a Behringer X-Touch and it is connected to the Behringer X-Air over there. It's over there. And they talk to each other, and so I can do the diddle-diddle-diddle, and then that does the diddle-diddle in there. It's all very clever stuff. It's all very clever. So I don't have to. Can't see. I'm going blind. Oh, physical mixers. There's so many, Harrison. So many. This isn't a physical mixer. This is just a hardware controller, but it also lets me control. Logic Pro. It lets me control Logic Pro and start and stop stuff as well. So it does everything in one little box. It controls the audio interface, and then with a touch of a button, I'm controlling Logic Pro. It's very clever, very clever. And I got this as a return, so I got it really cheap, about £100 cheaper than it was, which wasn't bad. But yeah, mixers for any new Coffee Time videos. They're great. I know. I can't be bothered. Game Slop, absolutely. I only like the title track from Nantucket Sleigh Ride. Can I do a blind CD pull? Just for you, Garrett. Just for you. But I might fall over the guitars. So, oh God. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, balls. What fell out? Shit. Oh, no. Oh, I've lost a CD. It's your fault. It's the Red Book Japanese edition by Penguin Cafe, and I think I've lost some. I lost a CD because of you. Oh, Garrett. Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that to me? Oh, what CD was it? Oh, it's a Penguin Cafe CD. It's a rare one as well. Oh, you bastard. This is a DJ copy, I think, of Penguin Cafe and Cornelius. Yeah, not anyone cares. Hey, that was fun, wasn't it? No. Is my review of Venetian Snares still up? Don't know. Did it make it onto Prog Review? If it did, if it was a Prog Review, it is. But if it wasn't, then it ain't. Was I a fan of Life on Mars? Yeah, it was alright. That's alright. Exactly, Fret Buzz. This is the thing. You fall in and out of love with things, and you know, some things remain consistent, and you know, it's just the way things go, you know. But yeah, I mean, with that thing, I was kind of interested in the band as orchestra thing, but I went there and it's just like it was a soulless experience. I came away from it. Now, God, when you go to a gig, you know, I know when it's good because the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. The music enters into me, and I went to that and I felt nothing. I didn't feel anything, and I've never had that at a gig before. Even at a bad gig, even at a crap gig, there's a point where I can feel the music, you know. It affects me. I came out there just completely unaffected, and that really saddened me. And I speak about it in the review, you know. But there you go. These things happen. Jason says, went to a shop to get some essentials. Drunk woman peeing outside shop. Yeah, well, social distancing. She was trying to keep you away from her. You should have got your cock out and joined her. She'd have liked that. Roger says he's arrived late. That's not good. That's not good. You don't want to be late, mate. And I think we've done enough. Done enough. I've had enough. Anyway, thanks for watching. It's been lovely. We'll do this again next time. Hopefully we'll all stay healthy and fit, and don't forget to wear your rubber gloves. And we'll do this all again next Tuesday. Stay safe. If you can't, stay safe. No, if you can't be good, be safe. Oh, I'm getting it all wrong now. I'm tired. And most importantly, don't tell your mother. See you later. Ta-da!